U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani this Friday in the Oval Office. In this video, we'll cover how we got here, from election clashes to personal attacks to policy warfare. And we'll explore the agenda on the table, the implications for New York and the nation, and why this meeting takes on outsized significance in U.S. politics. This meeting is rooted in open friction. Trump repeatedly criticized Mamdani's policies during the mayoral campaign, warning that his victory would be a complete and total economic and social disaster for New York. Trump even labeled Mamdani a communist mayor.
If you want to see what congressional Democrats wish to do to America, just look at the result of yesterday's election in New York, where their party installed a communist as the mayor of the largest city in the nation. Remember, I've said we will never have a socialist elected to any post in our country. I used to say that, and I was right. We skipped socialist and we put in a communist instead. That didn't work out too well. But as I've warned for many years, our opponents are hell-bent on turning America into a communist Cuba or socialist Venezuela, and you see what happened to those places.
Meanwhile, Mamdani made defeating Trump central to his rhetoric, including this line in his victory speech. Turn the volume up. When Mamdani won the election on November 4th, he became a historic figure. First Muslim and South Asian mayor of New York, and its youngest in over a century. His rise came on a platform of rent freezes, free public buses, and affordability, directly challenging the Trump-era agenda. For Mamdani, this meeting is an opportunity and a test. He's scheduled to take office on January 1st, 2026, and his mandate is huge, from free child care to aggressive affordability reforms. But he also starts behind a mountain of skepticism from critics who call his agenda unrealistic. And the looming question: can he work with federal power when much of his agenda depends on Washington? For New York City, federal funding is critical. The city receives about $7.4 billion in federal funding for fiscal year 2026, about 6.4% of total spending. Trump had threatened to cut funding if Mamdani won. So this meeting isn't just symbolic. It touches the city's budget, its safety plans, and its affordability crisis. And what about Donald Trump? He enters this meeting as the sitting president of the United States, a Republican leader who openly backed Mamdani's rival Andrew Cuomo in the New York mayoral race, and who repeatedly warned that Mamdani's policies would bring economic and social disaster. Now, he is preparing to sit across the table from the same man he has branded a communist. Some political observers say this meeting could be part of a broader strategy by President Trump to reposition himself on issues like affordability and housing, areas where Mamdani's message gained significant traction among voters in America's largest city. In announcing the meeting, Trump wrote, "We have agreed that this meeting will take place at the Oval Office on Friday, November 21st. Further details to follow." So what will the two men talk about when they meet? According to Mamdani's team, the agenda will cover three broad areas: public safety, economic security, and the affordability agenda that over 1 million New Yorkers voted for just weeks ago. Trump claims the meeting is customary for an incoming mayor. But given the history, the optics are dramatic. Still, questions remain. Will this be a genuine collaboration or a staged confrontation? Will federal funding be safe? Will policy discussions lead to compromise or ideological sparring? For Mamdani, the test is whether he can translate his campaign momentum into real-world deal-making. For Trump, the question is whether this meeting helps him reposition or reinforces opposition lines. In short, this meeting between Donald Trump and Zohran Mamdani isn't just a handshake photo op. It's a collision of divergent political worlds. A rising Democratic socialist mayor-elect with sweeping change ambitions, and a Republican president who once warned the city would suffer if Mamdani won. The outcome may tell us not only about New York's future, but about the evolving battle lines in national politics.